Welcome to the MyMathLab assignment tutorial video. This video will explain the main features available when completing MyMathLab assignments. Some of the buttons and features shown in this video might not be available for your particular MyMathLab assignment based on the options that your instructor has set up for your particular class and the assignment itself. By clicking on the Assignments tab in MyMathLab, you can view the assignments that are currently assigned by your course instructor. You can access each individual assignment by clicking on the assignment name. This is the detail page for the assignment that I selected. I can see the assignment name, the due date for the assignment, the last time I worked on the assignment, my current score on that assignment, and the attempts that my instructor is allowing for each question. In my case, I have an unlimited number of attempts per question to try and get it correct. To enter the actual assignment, I will need to click on one of the questions that are available. When I click on the question, a new window will open with that particular question being displayed. Within this window, I can also select different questions. If I don't want to work on a particular question, I can go up to this top navigation bar and select the next question in line, the previous question, or I can also select from the drop-down menu a different question entirely. Let's try the first question in this assignment. In this case, I've already answered the question. However, I can rework it with a similar question of the same type. Many MyMathLab questions require a multiple choice answer selection and/or my answer being typed into a text box. In this case, I will need to do both the selection and type in my answer to the text box. Here, I believe that there is a solution, so I will select answer choice A, and then when I click on the text box to enter my answer, we'll see the equation editor bar open at the bottom of the page. Depending upon the type of answer you wish to enter, you might need to use one or more of the equation editor options. MyMathLab is very particular about how answers are typed in, so read any directions that the question has, as well as making sure that your answer fits the appropriate format. The equation editor will allow to make sure that your answers are entered correctly. Once your answer is completely entered, click on the Check Answer button. If your answer is incorrect or not typed in correctly, you will be given a hint for you to try and re-enter your answer. If your answer is correct, then you will get a correct message and you will be allowed to try the next question in the sequence. If you submit 3 incorrect answers to an exercise, you will not be allowed to continue submitting answers. For instance here, I've already tried this question twice and gotten it incorrect. Now that I'm on my 3rd try, I can see my button now says Final Check. In my final check, I still did not get the answer correct. I can now see what the actual correct answer was, as well as what I had answered. At this point, you have several options available. If your instructor has turned on the Skill Builder option, you'll have the chance to use the Skill Builder to try and build up your skills on prerequisite information to answer this question correctly. Once you have incorrectly entered an answer 3 times, you can still usually continue with the question if your instructor has allowed for multiple attempts. The button will now say Similar Question. When I selected Similar Question, I'm still on the same question of the homework. However, I now have a different problem that I have 3 attempts to try and solve correctly. If you're having difficulty with the problem, you can select from any of the options available under the Question Help menu. The Help Me Solve This link will take you to an option that will step you through each of the steps required to solve your particular question. There's usually multiple parts to the Help Me Solve This, and you will have to type in some aspect of the solving process to get through all the parts. The View an Example link will provide the worked out solution to a similar question with maybe different numbers instead of the ones you see in your example problem. The textbook link will open up the digital copy of your textbook to the section in which you are currently completing the practice problems. So here we can see the textbook is opened up to section 9.2 because that's the homework that I'm currently working on. The Ask My Instructor link will allow you to email specific questions and comments to your instructor, as well as a screenshot of the current problem that you are working. The Print link will allow you to print the current question or print the entire homework assignment. This might be helpful if you don't have access to a computer or online access at home, and you would like the option of working problems without the internet connection. One important thing to note, if you do print your assignment without actually entering all of your answers into MyMathLab, you'll still have to go back into the MyMathLab system and then type in all of your individual answers to each of the problems in order to get a score in MyMathLab. The last option is to enter what is called Skill Builder. Skill Builder is a separate homework system to that of your assignment that allows you to work on the prerequisite skills to solve the particular homework section and question that you're currently on. Skill Builder might be very helpful if you're feeling really stuck on a problem and you need some additional help or some additional information to actually solve the particular problem that you're on. You can see that there's multiple levels that help build you up to solve the particular problem that you're interested in solving. Once you felt like you've gotten enough practice in Skill Builder, or you don't want to be in the Skill Builder system anymore, there's the option to return back to the homework and continue working on the problem that you're currently on. Remember that when you're exiting the homework system, you need to select the Save option to save your progress on all the problems that you've currently been working. Once you've completed a homework or the due date has been reached, you can always access the homeworks through the MyMathLab Gradebook option. It's important to note that only assignments that you've actually opened will appear in the gradebook. So it's important to make sure that you at least open all of your homework assignments if you still want to be able to access them after the due date has passed. Here I can see the assignment, the total number of questions I've gotten correct, my grade or score on that assignment, the time that I've spent on that assignment, as well as the last date that I've worked on it. If I want to see any of the actual questions in the assignment, I will need to click on the assignment name. You can now see all of the individual questions for that homework assignment, whether you've gotten them correct or incorrect, or whether you've not gotten a chance to complete any of the questions. It's really helpful to be able to enter the assignment once the due date has passed or it's been completed in the gradebook, as you now have an opportunity to review or recomplete the problems without actually affecting your grade score. So for instance, maybe I have an exam coming up, or I just want the opportunity to rework some of the homework problems that I was having difficulty. The gradebook is a great way of being able to do that. So I can now see each of the problems that I've completed as part of the homework, the answer that I've given, and I also have the opportunity to work a similar question to the one that was given in the homework. Again, your score will not be affected if you're doing similar exercises in the gradebook.